problem. All right. So, hi everyone. Today we have with us Nishtha Ghosh. Nishtha Ghosh, we are going to talk about your story. So, I'm calling it a Budweiser rather than calling it a AB and Bev. Yeah, AB and Bev. Now, that's how you pronounce it. AB
Yeah,
and Bev.
AB InBev, yes.
So before we go into that, we want to know about your background, where you are from, and what you have been doing.
So essentially, I'm from Delhi itself, and I'm a psychology graduate. So I started off with having sciences during my school and went on to do organizational psychology. So not a very conventional background to go into MBA. So yes, that is also testament to the fact that you can have a lot of diverse educational backgrounds and still venture into MBA. So then I decided to have consulting as my foray for my specialization in college. And before I began with my MBA journey, I was fortunate enough to have my own startup. So I actually founded my startup during my first year, second half of that first year in college.
Engineering or your uh, college means which MB college or the
No, my
traditional college?
undergraduate
Traditional
during my psychology studies that I was
college.
doing. So I had two more partners. Those people were MBA final year students. I
Okay.
was the youngest of the lot. So I was technically 17 when I started that startup.
Wow.
And that was kind of focusing on what you're doing also right now, which was in a way trying to bridge the gap between what the students are prepared for right now and what the corporates expect, since there is a lot of expectation and disappointment that happens. So that is what we focused on. And then I came to Bombay, wherein my MBA journey started, which was the first shift from Delhi to Bombay, like the first time I'd ever stayed alone. So
Okay.
yeah.
So now, which college you are from, ma'am? So they are from your which graduation college, and then where you did your MBA from?
So I did my undergrad from Amity University. It had one of the best organizational psychology programs at that time, and frankly, it covered so much, and it's part of the reason why I was able to get a lot of exposure from. My schooling was also Amity, so I was kind of very familiar with that college at that time. And my MBA, I've done it from SDA Bocconi Asia Center, which is the Asia counterpart for ESDA Bocconi, which is rank number 2 in Europe and rank number 5 globally, specifically for consulting. And as well as it's a great MBA college. One of the highlights for us was the faculty that we get, since all our teaching faculties are from Milan itself. So we have them flying over for a 2 week period time. And especially right now, jab se lockdown hua hai, we've all been doing it
All
on
access,
Zoom
right.
and virtually. So all our classes have been happening in the second half. Kabhi kabhi 12 baje 1 baje tak chal jati hai, because it's all on
It's
European
all
timings.
lockdown, right? True.
Yeah, so it's all
Okay,
European
so
timings.
taking it, we can mix both the topics, your MBA life and then your BA talks. Now, the meetings in your company is called BA talks. So,
Mhm.
how the culture is? Is it very informal culture or how the culture is at the company?
So AB InBev essentially is a very inclusive culture. They pride themselves on saying it's a startup or an entrepreneurial mindset. So they don't have the rules or, like the very strict culture that is present otherwise. There's a very open communication, and then there is a lot of, you know, buddy system. So like the first meeting that we had with them was to talk about one concept, which is called a change from a fixed mindset to a growth mindset, which was the foundation stone of their HR practice essentially.
Okay.
And it was brilliant. So there was this Alex, who's the head of the HR practice, who resides in Belgium. He was the one who gave us that talk. And he said that there is one thing that he deals with in the entire organization, and that is open communication. And it is a
Right.
very meritorious organization. So, like, if you're doing work well, you will be recognized for it and you will be rewarded with it accordingly. So, it's a
Okay.
very conducive culture that way.
Superb. And beer is free, I assume that thing.
Yeah, essentially we have a allowance that is present and
Okay.
based
How
on your
much is the allowance,
preference.
if you don't mind, approximately? मतलब कितनी
um
पड़ेगी?
so on the premises, though, even we are not sure how much is it, like, because we've still not been to office till now.
Okay.
But apart from that, so there is like a set percentage that we get monthly,
Okay.
which is
Nice.
like an alcohol and beverage leverage that we have, so we
मैं
can
तो
use it.
पीता नहीं हूँ, तो they all know that I don't drink. So I'm just asking curiosity purpose, general knowledge होना चाहिए
हाँ,
के बारे में.
exactly. Even I fall into the non-drinkers category, but हाँ, उनके पास Budweiser Zero भी होता है जो non-alcoholic content है,
Right,
so
हाँ, zero
it has it for
Budweiser.
everybody.
नहीं, आई डू ड्रिंक, तो मैं ऐसे बोलता हूँ, एक तो आई टू क्रिएट अ इमेज ऑफ अ टीचर, नंबर वन. नंबर टू, आई नॉर्मली से कि मैं दारू नहीं पीता. मैं अल्कोहल, मतलब वो जैक डेनियल इज नॉट दारू, वो इंग्लिश में आता है, दैट इज अ बॉन एंड देन वाइन इज अ वाइन, तो यू कांट डोंट कॉल इट दारू. So I call it juice.
True.
To be on the safer side, I call it juice. So that I connect the chord. तो इसलिए always joke कि मैं तो भैया तुम लोग को तो मालूम है यार कि मैं तो पीता ही नहीं हूँ. So okay, so tell some good experience you had during your summer internship as related to the topic.
So essentially, my summer internship was not with AB InBev.
Okay.
I was supposed to do my summer internship with a consulting firm called USPI Consulting at that point of time. And also I had to do it with another HR practice consulting firm, but it didn't fall through because pandemic. So my internship was final, everything was done, and I was supposed to do it in Bombay. But then they said that due to data privacy laws and everything, they couldn't convert it to a work from home internship. So after that, I ended up working for a small startup called Meet Medha, which was another educational consulting firm, and they were based out of Lucknow, starting their venture. So their main aim was to try and formalize this structure of hiring from tier 2, tier 3 cities, and to have a talent management system for that. So I had an amazing learning experience with them, which is true because I strongly believe in this. अगर किसी को learning curve चाहिए specifically, तो startup में आप जितना सीखते हो वो corporate में नहीं सीख सकते. Like it is a different ball game altogether. But yes, अगर आपको corporate में अच्छा mentor मिलता है, then of course you can learn. So like one philosophy that I definitely loved my father for telling me for this is that find a mentor and grow along with it. So that is something that I was fortunate enough to have in both cases.
Superb. So Akshay, I have a question here. How much is your salary? So if you don't mind telling us a package, otherwise you can skip the question. We are fine with that.
It's above the industry average essentially. We're not really allowed to disclose it so much.
That's fine. Understand that.
But yeah, it's a good enough package.
That's understand. Okay, now we are in a very tricky situation because we just went through the CAT exam, and lot of people have not performed that when the CAT exam or thoda abhi baki exam mein aa rahe hai, to pata nahi chal raha kya ho raha. So have you been through a similar kind of a stage?
Actually, yes. So I gave my CAT twice. I know, which is surprising because I did the mistake of mistiming my CAT exam the first time around because I took a wrong call. I tried to club the two in the same time. So I ended up giving my first attempt for the CAT while my final exams were going on for my undergraduation. So obviously attention divided and you knew you couldn't score that well because CAT के लिए आपको dedicatedly उसी पे focus करना पड़ता है थोड़े time के लिए. So then I gave my second attempt and I scored 87.93, which is not exceedingly good, but it wasn't really bad either. So then came the whole shortlisting क्योंकि पता था कि tier 1 IIMs तो नहीं होने, and which kind of turned out to be a blessing in disguise एक तरीके से because वहाँ पर तो तुम चाहे 99.99 भी ले आओगे उसके बाद भी तुम्हारी प्रोफाइल को ऑल स्टार होना पड़ता है for going. तो ऐसा कुछ भी नहीं है कि if you're going for a say a AA or a AAA accredited college जैसे वो तुम्हारी ratings होती है पूरी की पूरी उस चीज की, you need to, like, what I did was simply to weigh the pros and cons. Is it a faculty that matters to me more? Is it the course? Is it the college? What is the exposure? And then I calculated everything based on what my ROI will be. Because obviously, especially आप जितने private colleges में जाते हो, your investment within it is extremely heavy. So will you get that as a ROI or not? That's what I did. So I am here right now and I think I didn't make a wrong choice.
So guys, we have a live example in front of you. The person who have done 80% of the CAT exam. So see, this is a stage when everyone lost hope. Yeah, I personally believe CAT is a backbreaker. So it breaks you like anything. I'm sure you might have gone through the same situation after the CAT result was out. There's a time when you're feeling so low that you want to quit everything and then just like sannyas leke nikal jao.
I
So
know.
at that time you have to make a comeback.
Exactly. Like specifically, जैसे अगर 87 है, you feel like कि
87.
आपका what do you call it? अगर 3% और होता तो you'll be eligible for like so many more colleges. But especially ये है कि this is what I had to remind myself of कि these are not a deal breaker. मतलब इसके बाद दुनिया खत्म नहीं हो रही है. There are
Right.
so many more other exams that are there. Like अगर आप specifically college aim exams पे जा रहे हो तो आपका SNAP है, आपका NMAT है, and NMAT, so CAT में भी यही है कि चलो CAT में you'll have to wait for another year to give it, but NMAT you can give 3 times.
Right.
So like it's a progressively better exam. Otherwise, if you're targeting international colleges, तो GMAT है, but then GMAT का level थोड़ा higher है, depending upon कितना level of difficulty you're targeting. Then XLRI का exam that I had given, oh my god, that one I remember. That was one exam I really did not want to give, but ठीक है जरूरी था. So yeah, it was like a good learning experience because उसका checking का system was entirely different. You do good, they cut marks. You don't do good, they cut marks. It's like they set you up to fail. So yeah.
True, true, true. Okay, so we have two same question asked by Parth and Tejaswini, that you went into Bocconi via which exam? Bocconi test or from ZAT or through NMAT, CAT?
So they take Bocconi test is also available as an option that you can give. So Bocconi essentially has its selection as a profile-based selection plus an entrance exam-based selection. So they accept CAT marks, they accept GMAT marks, and they accept NMAT marks. Uske sivai, they also have Bocconi test. That is, if you feel like you can do better in terms of your profile, if you think you're lacking somewhere, you can cover that up with the Bocconi test. But majorly, Bocconi is also very focused on the profile. That's how they award scholarships essentially.
Right. Okay. So do they have a GDPI or just the exam and PI? Ashish have this question.
They just had an exam and a PI for me during my time. Even for my juniors that just got onboarded, it was the similar process. But the profile-based selection happens before any of this happens. So you'll probably be getting a mail communication stating, what are the specifications. They sometimes recommend you to go for a Bocconi exam if in case they think your profile is very strong, but your grades are lacking somewhere. So they'll ask you to cover that up with it.
Okay, superb. So what is your profile at ABNB apart from a free beer? What all you have to do to get the free beer?
So I'm a principal analyst in the commercial tower, which is mostly a strategy job, which is exactly that I was aiming for since my specialization is consulting strategy. So we haven't really been told our exact projects as of now, since we're still on the process of being onboarded at the moment. But I'll be working with their marketing and commercial strategy division during this part right now. But AB InBev strongly believes in a rotational policy, specifically for the first 6 months, wherein anybody who's a management trainee is onboarded, or principal analyst as we are called, will be worked upon with different teams. So we'll be working in all the different towers, be it from commercial to people services to product to operations, everything. So they believe that every person who is a part of the organization should have a complete holistic picture of all the businesses that go on, which is actually brilliant because otherwise you will not understand the business entirely. So yeah, my first foray would be in the commercial tower for the first 6 months.
Okay, one question I've got around from 10 people. What about the ROI of your college?
So my ROI was actually kind of completely covered because I ended up bagging the highest package till now.
Oh, wow.
So yeah, I did. So my ROI is complete in that sense. And also I was able to kind of bag the ROI slightly more because pandemic happened and I saved a lot of money. Living in Mumbai is very expensive. So yes. Yeah.
Depend where you want to live. If you want to live near your college, so Powai is the most expensive area.
I was living I was a 3-minute walk away from my college.
Which side? Which side? Towards the right or towards the left? That's the most important thing.
Yeah, no, I was in Powai, but even after that, so I had a flat which was 18,000 rupees per head. But my flat was luxurious in comparison to what other people were living.
That's why, your college, Powai, if you turn right, it's all expensive. But if you turn left, आगे जाके वो गली के अंदर is all cheap then.
No, it's not. Honestly, not. My hostels were girls' hostels and everybody was also there. वहाँ पे भी pretty much the same prices. It's just that आपको depend करना चाहिए कि how desperate are you to pay for it. Honestly, this is what I learned week in Bombay. जितना है वो आपसे उतना मांग सकते हैं.
And I normally consider Powai to be a party island because if you
Oh
do
yes,
IBS as well, IBS का student, IBS is just next to you.
it's
So
right below us actually.
अच्छा, same
Yeah,
building only. Right.
हाँ,
Same
pretty
building.
much.
All right. So, and all the students I know, even girls, they want to stay near the college. कि पेरेंट्स को बोला पापा रात को बहुत लेट हो जाता है हम घर नहीं आ पाएंगे एंड पवई दोज हु आर नॉट फ्रॉम बॉम्बे दे अंडरस्टैंड पवई इज वन प्लेस वेयर पेरेंट्स कैन नॉट इजीली कम लाइक इफ यू
Powai is a different world altogether.
ऑल टुगेदर तो तुम्हारी पूरी ऐश है तुम्हें जो करना है करो अगर पेरेंट्स को आना भी होगा इन द पीक आर इट विल टेक एटलीस्ट 2 hours फॉर देम टू कम and 2 hours is more than sufficient to become sober after your party.
But to be very honest, अगर हमारे कॉलेज वाले ये बोले ना कि रात तक टाइम है तो एक्चुअली होता है because most of the thing is that we are busy with group projects so much that after our classes, so our classes get over at around 6:30 starting from 9 o'clock in the morning and उसके बाद we have assignments deadlines at 12 a.m. or at 8 a.m. in the next morning which we have to finish
Wow.
regardless because our grades are divided that way. And apart from that, most of it is that, you know, we're all pretty much, so it's one thing I love about Bocconi is that we had so much peer-to-peer learning. So we had like all of us, we're what, 200 students only, right, in the entire batch, within which we have a lot of people, like one of them is from a CA background, one is from a hospitality background, one is from a biotech background, who have nothing to do with MBA. So everybody needs to understand what is happening, and some of the concepts will be so new that, you know, it's like, what am I doing here? Specifically, like for someone like me who had done science earlier, then I did humanities during my undergrad, and now I'm doing commerce during my master's. I was like, what the hell is happening? So yeah, it's tough. So you need a good support network and a lot of people to do that. And for that reason, you have to invest time. So we did a lot of that in college. And that way, we had really good people to support us with. Our faculty was available 24/7 in case we had doubts for run-ins and everything. But yeah, MBA is a hard journey in this way because time dena padega, but utne hi benefits bhi reap kar sakte. That's for sure.
Okay, superb. So, which specialization you took?
I took consulting.
Consulting is available specialization?
Yeah, it's there.
Okay.
But I did a niche version of it because consulting is essentially like an umbrella. उसमें सब चीज की specializations हो सकती है. So I took, so since I had an organizational psychology ka background already, which I wanted to use, so I did it in IO strategy, which is industrial organizational strategy. Like I wanted to create that as my T zone. So like one thing my consulting club president told me is that find a T zone if you want to go for, you know, consulting, which is have an overview of everything and a specific knowledge of one. So this is the one tip that anybody who wants to get into consulting should know. You need to know finance, you need to know operations, you need to know marketing, you need to know HR.
Jack of all trade, basically.
Pretty much, and a master of one. So yeah, like you should be specialized in that.
True. And I believe above that, you should have good comm skills. Yeah. This is my personal analysis. Comm skills are the most important thing they check in consulting.
A lot.
If they're going to put you in front of the client, then obviously you are internal consultant. You will be doing consulting, internal consulting, right?
Essentially, yes, we'll be doing that. Plus, we'll be dealing with a lot of international clients that we have, since most of our business, the unit that we've been assigned to does not deal with India at all. So we'll be dealing with all international clients. So we have like Brazil, we have Sao Paulo, we have all the other people. So it'll depend on that. And that will also depend on my work hours. So essentially, I will not have the same time.
True. One question we have, Agni Sarkar, what is the scope of the semester abroad? Like, so what is the value of that, and how much cost it is?
So the value is immense. Unfortunately, because of the pandemic and the lockdown, we weren't able to go. But that didn't stop our classes from happening. So all of our lectures happened via Blackboard, which is the software that we use. And it was happening live from Milan itself.
Oh.
So all of our professors, because the education part, the classes didn't stop. So a lot of people over there also were attending the lectures virtually. So we had our attendance recording system and everything. But our seniors, when they went, and whatever we heard from them is that it is worth it. Apart from the fact that you receive quality education, it's the exposure, because when you're living alone in an international city altogether, it is very important. Like, how do you deal with it? How do you make new friends, new networks? And MBA is specifically all about networking. आप किससे कहाँ बात करते हो, and how can you use and leverage that relationship in the future? That is the biggest thing that you learn from it. And like, a lot of tier 1 colleges and a lot of private colleges are, priding on the fact that they have affiliate programs with a lot of foreign universities. This is a foreign university which gives you an opportunity to study in their international campus. So it's all the more better, because the degree that you receive is from that. So we don't receive a degree which is called as Asia Center. We receive the college a degree from ESDA Bocconi Milan.
Milan, right.
So the weightage of it kind of increases.
Superb, superb. We got one last question from, I forget the name. Sorry, I missed the name. Akshay. Did you improve your comm skills, or you were born
I mean,
talented?
so I've honestly, I've always been a good communicator, but because I had a passion for debating even throughout my school life.
चलो 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 घर चलो, हो गया खत्म हमारा काम. ये इतना बोल दिया बस है हमारे लिए.
I've always been a debater, but people who want to work on their comm skills, this college has a affiliation called Toastmasters, and Toastmasters is an internationally recognized oratory body.
Right.
So what it does, it prepares speakers for public speaking specifically, and it is present all over the globe. So I was a member of that as well, and it is brilliant because they provide you with a ecosystem जहाँ पर आप genuinely grow कर सकते हो in terms of how to improve your public speaking skills, how to present yourself, and they have different programs that you can enroll into. But yes, it costs a certain amount of money to become a member for that, but it's worth the investment.
Superb, superb. So thank you, Nishta. Thank you very much for coming and helping us.
Thank you so much for having me.
And I want everyone to take her as one more thing, that in case, even if you've not done that great in one particular exam, don't lose your heart. You can still make a comeback. Because the exam might take away your confidence for some time, but you are down, but not out. So she's an example in front of you.
All the best, guys. Seriously, you've already done the hard part, and it's now just wait and watch.
Exactly.
It's hard, I know, but you'll be able to do it.
Super.
Thank you so much for having me, Rajni.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you very much.